Reach for the sky, partner. Django Unchained. Django Unchained is a Western flick written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. And in this little Western flick, Jamie Foxx plays Django, a slave who is about to be taken away when Christoph Waltz comes out of nowhere and pretty much rescues him in an attempt to get help from him so he can get a profit on a bounty. Because you see, the character Christoph Waltz plays is a bounty hunter who just happens to know that Django knows where this guy is and what he looks like. Being that he helped him get out of the situation and slightly owns him, he says, "Hey, I'll get you free if you help me out. And hey, you want to be a bounty hunter while we're at it?" Django's like, be free, get to kill white people? I'm in. And then we have our really cool action bounty hunter western. So how is this movie? It's awesome, man. This is a really cool classic western or classic Tarantino movie, whichever way you want to put it. It's great. Though I have to put that out that because this is a Tarantino movie, there's going to be a lot of cursing and a lot of blood. If you have any problems with that, get out. Me, I don't, so I loved it. The dialogue is well written and there's a lot of humor thrown into certain points you probably shouldn't have thrown humor in, but he did, and it works out well. In the violence, man, the first time somebody gets shot, they're in the head, blood just splatters all over the place. It's great. This movie is definitely a bloody good time if you're looking for that. So anyway, as the plot goes on, we figure out that Django wants to get his wife and marry her when he gets freedom. Now apparently his wife was sold separately from him into a different slave trade that she sold to this man called the Candyman, or Candy, on this plantation. So that is their next quest. The first half of the movie, get him out, teach him how to gunfight, make him a bounty hunter. Second half of the movie, go save his wife. And they find out where she is. She's taken away to this place. They go with, and apparently the slave owner is played by Leonardo DiCaprio, who is awesome in this role. It's really good. You wouldn't think he'd play this kind of like slimeball, like slave owner guy, but he plays it really well. He can play the villain apparently pretty good in this type of movie. I mean, he got that sleazeball smile. He can very persuasive. He's just like every bit of evil you want. And he's psychotic at some points too. And I won't spoil any more for you because that's pretty much all you really need to know about the plot so far, but it gets really good throughout the entire film. Though this movie is a little bit long, since it's 2 hours and 50 minutes, there are going to be some parts where people are talking real quiet, and it's going to be like this through some parts when they're telling a story, or they're going to tell you this. There's a couple of stories like that by the campfire, and that might bore you down, but then it's going to pick you right back up with all the action, the jokes, and all that stuff. It's great. Samuel L. Jackson's also in this movie. He's the guy who, he plays the slave that kisses the slave master's rear end, and he treats the other slaves like crap. He was pretty good in this movie, and the character that he plays in it was hilarious. Well, the way he acted was pretty funny. And the style of this movie is a straight-up Western. That's what it is. From the intro, it has its own original theme song composed for it that is an old Western styling, to the beginning credits that are styled like that, to the ending of this movie. It's all good, man. This movie's definitely going down as a straight-up classic. Jamie Foxx in this movie is awesome. You see him start off as kind of the slave who doesn't really know what he's doing, to this complete, just utter badass with a gun, just like poo 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 shooting you down. It's really exciting to see, and it's really exciting to see his character develop like that. If you're a fan of westerns, action movies, revenge stories, whatever, you gotta see this movie. If you're a Tarantino fan, this is required that you see this movie. I'd say it's better than Inglourious Bastards. Oh yeah, and because it is one of those flicks, Tarantino does make a cameo in it as one of his characters. He does this in almost every single movie he's made. And the cameo is well enough, and he doesn't throw himself as the main character in the movie, so it's actually pretty good. This movie's a blast. You're going to have a good time watching it. You can take your friends to see this, you're going to even have a better time watching it. Definitely check it out. And when it goes on DVD, it's a must buy. Alright guys, that was my review for Django Unchained. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next After the Show.